You know that feeling you get? That moment of bare, raw instinct that comes into play at least once in every human being's life, where the hair on your neck and arms stand up and something inside of you screams to get out of your current situation. You might look in every direction just to see what that tiny voice is screaming at. But most people are either too late or too smart to see what's giving them that feeling. I felt the vibration as I slid the miniature tablet I called my phone out of my pocket, the screen lighting up as if the device itself were excited to see me. A Facebook user is live near you. Weird, I thought to myself, a little perplexed. I'd never seen or heard of this before. Facebook notified you by proximity now of live video users? I tapped and slid the icon until the soft white and blue shades of Facebook greeted me. The inside of the hospital I worked at quickly setting the scene of a couple of midnight skaters showing off their friends in the ER after failing some new trick they'd been trying. It was easy to find them, of course. 6 months in, and I knew this hospital like the back of my hand. The ER at least. "Hey," I barked, doing my best imitation of a big boy voice. "Do you have any idea what you're doing right now?" I softened my voice a bit as I approached the kids, seeing them lower their phone, but keeping on their careless expressions. "What's the main issue, man?" one of them asked, in what I can only describe as the most stereotypical skater voice this side of SoCal. "In hospitals, we have this little thing called HIPAA. It keeps patient information confidential, and we like to keep it that way, since it basically allows our hospital to stay open. Now, if you don't want me to call the off-duty officer in here and have him confiscate that, I suggest you turn the camera off." I walked away after that, feeling pretty proud of myself for handling that situation in what I thought was a fairly smooth manner. I'd better reward myself with a quick smoke break, I thought. Now, at this hospital, I should be clear. Smoking on property is not allowed under any circumstances whatsoever. If you are caught, you are let go immediately. At the time, however, I couldn't have possibly given any less of a damn. I'd already put in my 2-week notice. I was less than a week away from getting out of here and starting my actual career. I took a deep drag, watching the cherry grow more and more fierce as the fire filled my lungs, the wispy trails of smoke leaking from my mouth and nose as I felt my phone jingle in the comfort of my pocket again. Instinctively, I rolled my eyes, holding the thin white stick between my lips as I fished the device out from my 2 deep uniform pockets. Having to hold it with both hands, I saw the notification again. "A Facebook user is live near you." Those goddamn kids again, I thought to myself as I clicked the notification to confirm what I already knew. But what I saw next shocked me. Not a ridiculous amount, but just enough for me to raise my eyebrows in surprise. The small block where the video goes was pitch black. I turned the volume up to full blast, figuring I could hear the ambience noise from the ER after coming to the conclusion that someone must have accidentally activated their live feed. Crickets, rustling leaves. Those were the noises that met my ears instead. Remember what I said before I told you any of this? That feeling every human gets at least once in their lives, where every hair on the body stands on end and something screams at them to leave wherever they are. I like to think I was one of the ones who was too smart to figure out why I had that feeling. I took off instead, running out of the small nature walk behind our hospital and back onto the safe-feeling paved road. I hopped into my cart and took off back to the front of the ER. Nice, well lit, and safe. A Facebook user is live near you. Would this thing get lost already? I thought to myself as I clicked the notification hesitantly. Pitch black again. But what was that in the middle? Whoever started the live feed moved closer to the slight glow, as if to answer a question that only I could possibly have heard. A still, softly smoking cherry on a lit cigarette, the sound of crickets chirping and leaves crunching just before the live feed cut off. I didn't move from the cart in front of the ER for the rest of the night, and when my boss arrived in the morning, I told him I was finished. I wouldn't be coming in for my shift that night, and he'd have to find someone to cover for me. Of course, I didn't tell him why. It sounded crazy, even to me, and I was the one who'd gone through it. A month later, and out of the blue, my phone starts vibrating like an epileptic on my nightstand. I slept through the first 2 missed calls before I finally let the blinding light shine into my eyes, groggily landing my finger on the green answer button after 3 or 4 pointless taps on the miscellaneous glass. Holy crap, dude, holy crap. My old friend, who I worked security with, give or take a month or 2. What time was it? I tried to look at the screen, but the phone backlight was too harsh. Too late for him to be calling me this excited, I thought before giving up and passively pressing the phone to my ear again, barely managing to croak out a groggy, "What?" "So, you know that Facebook Live stuff, right?" I noticed something I hadn't before as my heart dropped into my stomach, a lump instantly filling my throat. His voice was shaking. He wasn't excited. He was shocked, scared. "Yeah, why?" I barely managed to let the words fall out of my mouth as he launched into his story of Facebook Live, or at least someone else's who couldn't tell it anymore. "Pete, the new guy we hired, we finally let him go out on his own about a week ago, and I guess he was out at the smoke spot, you know, back in the nature trails behind the hospital. I got a weird notification on my phone about someone being on Facebook Live while I was in the office, but it was just some feed of black goddamn nothing, so I closed it out and went back to YouTube. That's when I got another notification saying the same thing and, like the curious idiot I am, I clicked on it. But this time, it was weird and different. I noticed the name in the corner and saw it was Pete, but it was weird. It was like he wasn't meaning to go live, but he was just using his phone as a flashlight. I barely saw the guy hiding in the trees until he jumped on this kid. Man, but holy crap, he moved so quick. I heard Pete scream and the feed didn't end. The phone fell on the ground and just stayed there, pointing up at the tree branches. There was no way in hell I was going back there without the police, but by the time they got there, Pete was long gone. All we found was his phone. I hung up. I blocked his number and uninstalled the Facebook app right there on the spot, ensuring that I'd never get another Facebook Live notice again as long as I carried that stupid-ass glass box. That, guys, is why I'm here now. It won't stop, and I don't know what to do. I factory reset my phone and deleted every little thing that had anything to do with the Facebook corporation. Will you please tell me how to stop getting the notification on my screen? Even now, the phone is buzzing in my hand. A Facebook user is live near you.